What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to another video in my community, Tag Your It, where I believe that we all have the tenacity, audacity, and grit to push through whatever life throws at you. So, today's topic is going to be, how do you handle betrayal? How do you handle betrayal? That can come from friends, that can come from family, that can come from, intimate relationship. How do you handle that? How do you navigate that? So, I've had a couple of betrayals in my life by a few people that's very close to me, and it's very painful. Anytime you treat people with respect and love and care, and they don't return that, um, and it's like, it's kind of like a slap in the face. But what do? Because those same people will come back. They will definitely spin the block and try to either remain in your life or, after a little time goes by, get back in your life. So how do you handle that? For me, I like to say, biblically, you're taught to love your neighbor, and I do love everybody. But just because you love someone does not mean that they receive full access to you. You cannot treat people any kind of way and then expect them to still treat you with the utmost respect and hospitality, and you know that's just not how life goes. And for me, I'm a empath, so it's like I can feel that energy when I'm around certain people, if there's like things that are in the air that have not been addressed. So, instead of be confrontational, and there has been times where I actually have tried to speak to people, but if somebody can't be accountable, accountability is huge. If you can't be accountable and take part in your actions that cause the rift in the relationship, then I have to separate myself from you. And what that looks like is limited access or no access at all. And that does not mean that you have to hate the person. That does not mean that it has to be bad feelings or ill intentions toward that person. I like to say I release you in love, but the trajectory of my life, I need people that are solid, that are supportive, not energy vampires that, betray you and then act as if they didn't do anything, and then come back to betray you again, or use you again. So let me know what you guys think. How do you handle betrayal? Do you basically kiss and make up and let everything be what it is and start all over? Or, how do you handle that? Do you walk away and access denied? Do you set firmer boundaries? How do you handle that? I'm interested to know. Again, for me, I think it depends on the strength of the relationship. If it's something that I'm wanting to salvage, then possibly I will have a conversation. But even with having a conversation, if that person doesn't see anything that they did as being wrong and does not have accountability, then at that point, I'm going to just let it ride. I love you, but I can love you from a distance, because it's not worth having people around you that are not good for you and, basically don't have your best intentions in mind. And I feel like even that goes for family too, because sometimes, unfortunately, your family, those closest to you, those are the ones that have the most access to you, and those can be the exact people that do you the worst. So you just have to be careful, set firm boundaries with people. And like I said, if you feel like it's too much to overcome, because for me, I'm a chance giver. I'm not just gonna, say, okay, you're cut. I don't want anything to do with you, but it's patterns of behavior, because again, people can tell you anything. It's what they do. So if you're still seeing the same patterns of behavior, then nothing has changed. And that is like I said, somebody that you have helped in the past, and tried to be there for, and to have them, you know, talk bad about you, or, you know, just betrayal in all forms. It's like a slap in the face. So, you know, I choose not to be connected with those types of people, because I feel like family is those that love and respect you. It's not always your blood. It won't always be your blood. So drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. God bless.